Good afternoon. This is round 2. It is 2:05 on Sunday afternoon. Anybody watching? How you doing? How you been? The reason this is round 2 is because, man, was my screen ever foggy, and I couldn't tell if it was like the sun hitting it or if my screen was dirty. And apparently my screen was really friggin' dirty. Oh well. It is a beautiful 10 degrees Celsius out today. I was sitting out on my porch earlier warming up the car to, oh my goodness, go grab a coffee, and didn't need a jacket, so that was exciting. I think if you're walking around town, you'd probably want a jacket, but just to sit outside for a few minutes, it's all good. So, what have I been up to? Let's see. Well, I was working Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and it all went well. It's fine. I think it was it Thursday we had a bunch of cancellations? I think it was. Thursday we had, I think we had 2 cancellations. And Wednesday we had a cancellation. So it was a short week in the sense that, I work 3 days a week. So it was short that way, but it was also short in hours. So the paycheck, ooh. Yeah, it's not going to be a good situation. But that's fine. Work itself was fine. It went fine. There was no real drama outside of our usual. We mess around from time to time and have a good time and whatever, but joke around with each other and whatever, but it was fine. I think the only actual fuckery that occurred was on Friday. Everything iced up. We had freezing rain Thursday evening, and so Friday, everything was just covered in ice. You could hear it when the trees blew, because it was rather windy. So when the trees were blowing around, you could hear it cracking, and it was just. And so when my boss and my coworker came to pick me up, it was a late start Friday too. I think we started at friggin' almost 9 o'clock. It was 10 to 9 or some shit like that when they picked me up. So that kind of threw me off. But when they came, of course, we went to open the sliding door to get in, and it was frozen solid. There was no way. So my coworker took one for the team, bless her soul, and climbed in through the hatch. And she did that all damn day, climbing in and out through that hatch. Man, I was not doing that. I'm way too clumsy for that stuff. Are you kidding me? I'd break my fool neck. But after the last house of the day, I did climb in through the hatch and whatever, let her sit up front. And my boss says, when we go to drop you off, my coworker, she says, I'm going to try the door and I'll bet you it opens. It's oh yeah, we're doing that. So when we dropped her off at home, of course, I couldn't, from the inside of the van, I could not open that door. But my boss got out and she hoofed on it once. It cracked, a bunch of ice fell on the floor, and the door opened. My coworker standing in the parking lot going fuck off. She was not amused. We, on the other hand, were very amused, and we're giggling and laughing. As I got out and walked around to the other side, went and sat up front. It's funny. Yeah, she was not amused. And then I had to go and drop Monkey off at his dad's. But I'd passed it on the couch because we were home. I think I was home by 1:30 or something like that. It was really early. So I made myself something to eat and passed it on the couch. I think I was watching YouTube or something. I can't even remember what I was watching. No, I was watching Criminal Minds. And I passed out. I don't even know when. And I woke up when Monkey's stepmom texted me. I woke up to, the text notification going off. I was what? What? And she was like, oh my God, where are you? Are you okay? Like, it was 4 o'clock. I never drop Monkey off that. I leave the house by like quarter after 3, 20 after 3 at the absolute latest. And I always text when I'm leaving, right? Text her back. Nope, sorry, passed it on the couch. I guess it was a day. I don't know. I was tired. I don't sleep. So, if I come home and sit down, that's it. I'm passing out at some point. It's happening. Unless I keep myself moving and busy and doing stuff, I am going to pass out on the couch. So, I texted her real quick, said, gonna go warm up the car right now. It's gonna take a minute. My car was sheer ice. I had to hoof on it to open the door, but it was fine. It opened. It wasn't a big deal. Bunch of ice fell off. It was great. I said I'm gonna be probably 15 to 20 minutes defrosting my car. And I'm gonna grab a coffee and we'll be on our way. So fine. And Monkey's all, I'm sorry. He's like, why wouldn't you wake me? Like, we have to go to your dad's. He's like, I wasn't waking you. I ain't stupid. I said, normally you would be right, my love, but we have things we need to do. And I had to get Boo Boo from work at like 5 o'clock. So that's fine. I warmed up the car and I got my coffee and I, drove Monkey over to his dad's. And man, by the time I hit town again, Boo Boo texted me, I'm ready for you to pick me up. I was at his work he was off at 5. Maybe 5 after 5. Did a little speeding. Not in town. I won't speed in town. No. But on the little highway there in between my town and Monkey's dad's town, or speeding. Everybody does. Even the cops do, so blow me. Whatever. And by speeding, I mean they're doing like $1.25, $1.30. I was doing 105. Okay, come on now. I'm the lesser of the evil on that road, okay? I usually do 90. Posted speed limit's 80. Come on, people. But I got there before he even got out of the store, so he wasn't even outside waiting for me. So, mad skills, man. Mad skills. And I don't think much went on Friday night. I don't even remember. I think it was just a quiet night in. Did I do any cooking? Because I had some of my HelloFresh boxes left. I did. I think I made a pizza and I burnt it. It was still edible, but I just cut the burnt parts off. I wasn't throwing it out. I was hungry. Or was that Thursday? That might have been Thursday. No, Thursday I ordered pizza. No. Yeah, Thursday is when I cooked the pizza. Friday I ordered pizza because my coworker came over. No, other way around. I have no concept of time. Thursday, my coworker came over with her granddaughter, and I cut her granddaughter's hair like wicked short. Yeah, that's what that was. So Friday, I don't think I made anything for dinner. There was leftover pizza from Thursday, and I had that when I got home Friday afternoon. And there was leftover ribs in the fridge that Boo Boo was supposed to eat, never did. They're now in the freezer. We're not throwing out half a rack of ribs. That's not happening. Yeah, I don't think much happened at all Friday. Saturday, I got up. I slept in a little bit, I think. I think I was up around 11:30. Yeah, I think I was up around 11:30. And I got some laundry on the go, and I got my dishwasher going. I need to empty that when I get home. And And then I sat down to muck around on the Twitter for a little bit, and my coworker messaged me. She wanted a haircut. She wanted to go super short, like her granddaughter. And I was like, because her hair is like as long as my wig. Like her hair was long. I was like, you want to go from that to like shave short? I am so down for that. I'll do it for free. Hell yeah. Get over here. I said, I can't do it until about 4 o'clock. I've got my dishwasher and my washing machine going, so I can't shower. And since I'm going to be all up in your business, you're going to want me to shower. I'm just saying. So she came over probably around 3:30, 20 to 4, something like that. She brought coffee. She's wise. She came over early and brought coffee. Good girl. She understands me. And we chit-chatted for a minute, and you know, I want to make sure that I understood what she wanted, whatever, because, you know, I got to work with her. And I took it nice and short for her. She loved it. Hallelujah. She looks so cute. I don't know. I used to hear it all the time when I hairdressed, you know, women, you know, how they want to go short. They're done with, you know, the maintaining of hair and tying it back and brushing it all the time and all that kind of shit. But they're afraid to go short. I'm like, why? Like, it's hair. It'll grow back. It's fine. Like, I don't get it. I shave my hair all the time. And then I grow it in, and then I shave it off again, and whatever. I mean, whatever. And now I'm personally at the stage where it's like, you know what? It's short. When I want long hair, I'll throw a wig on. It's all good. I have a nice little collection. Actually, this one I was brushing out before I came out, and it is shedding like a mofo. Not happy because I love the color of it. It's going to be garbage really soon. Gonna have to start a little fund and save up for some new ones again. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I mean, it was a good time. We chit-chatted for a little bit, and she took a picture of the mountain of hair on my floor. She was happy when we were done. So that was nice. And I did a load of towels as well. I just got everything done yesterday. I cleaned my entire house. I did a massive haircut, which was so satisfying. And got all my laundry done. Got all my towels done. I just need to put my laundry away. My towels are already put away. I'm so good. I folded the towels this morning while I was watching Emily D. Baker. I love her. I love long form content. I absolutely love it. I can listen to it and putter around, and yeah, it's a good time. This was an older podcast. I think it was like 5 days ago or something. I've been trying to sort of catch up on the creators that I watch, because I honestly have not been watching a whole lot of YouTube lately, like the last month or so. I have found that I have a good old time on the Twitter, and I just kind of go back and forth between, you know, life stuff, watching stuff on Prime and Shudder, and mucking around on the YouTube on the YouTubes, mucking around on the Twitter. So yeah. So I was kind of doing that today. And texting with my boyfriend a little bit. He's getting really frustrated with his boy. His boy is 15. And I'm not going to get into like the drama of the situation, because it's not my thing to tell, but he has not seen his son for like, I'm going to say about 8 years, okay? His ex is one of those that, you know, said, you know, I'm going to come after you. You're going to pay child support and not see your kid. Like, she's that person, which I think is, as a single mom, I think is absolutely disgusting. And it gives us single moms trying to keep a relationship with our kids' dads a bad name. I don't know if that came out in a coherent sentence, but there it is. Yeah, that shit really pisses me off. So shit hit the fan, and my boyfriend has ended up with being thrown into being the parent, the full-time parent, a single full-time parent of a 15-year-old, right? That he has no real relationship with, that, you know, on top of the fact that, you know, his house burnt down toward the end of the summer last year, and so he doesn't have a domicile. He was staying he was renting a room at an old boss's place. And CAS has just been throwing him a bag of shit ever since, right? You will do, you will do, you will do. And, you know, it's just been an absolute shit show. But he's been dealing with it quite well. Like, I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him. I know he's frustrated and he's tired, and it's been, you know, mentally taxing for him. He had to take a short-term sick leave from work because he got to a point where he could barely function. He was actually breaking down, and I felt so bad for him. I mean, been there. Different scenario, but same concept. Like, yeah. So he was telling me today, and he's brought the boy over to my house. Like, I've met him, like, I don't know, they were over for maybe an hour and a half. You know, he's a sweet enough kid. I mean, he's 15. All teenagers are dicks. You know, I hated myself until I was in my 20s, and still not a big fan. Like, but, you know, I mean, teenagers are raging assholes. Like, they all are. My 13-year-old, who is the sweetest thing on the planet in this world, does not deserve my monkey, okay? Just saying. But even he, the perfect monkey that he is, can be an absolute raging dick from time to time, okay? It's a teen thing. So I'm kind of chuckling at him and whatever, and, you know, he's like, I want to get out of this. They're in a what do you call that? Airbnb or whatever the hell right now. You know, he wants to get out of there. My boyfriend doesn't like to sit around the house all the time. Once in a while, like for a day or half a day, okay, but he would much rather go out and, you know, find a trail somewhere and, like, walk through the bush and, you know, like, all that kind of, like, he likes that kind of stuff. I am not a huge fan, but I will do it with him when we're around each other, just because it's something he likes to do, so okay. But his son was like, "No, I don't want to." And I'm hungry. He's always hungry. I'm always getting texts. This friggin' kid won't stop eating. My boo, I mean, love, thy name is teenage boy. They don't stop. I know. I have a 22-year-old that don't stop eating. Like, difference being he has a job and he's constantly ordering in, but, I mean, still, I don't have to keep cooking it. I would rather cook it, quite frankly. Save your damn money. But yeah. I'm hungry, thy name is teenage boy. That's all they do is, you know, sleep and eat. As long as he's not out causing shit and kicking a hornet's nest, like, count your blessings, sir. So, it's fine. I mean, I get it. He wants to get out. I said, well, you know, you're going to have to start going out on your own. The life of a single parent, if you're not careful, your world revolves around your kid, and eventually the kid's going to leave, and then you're screwed. I have felt that reeling a few times. Like, you know, when Monkey was little, I had to learn to take myself out for dinner and go out to a movie, or even go out and just, you know, sit and have a drink somewhere, like on a patio or whatever, like something just to feel like an adult, and, you know, not constantly be gooing and gawing with a kid or a baby, or talking stupid nonsense with a teenager that you don't get, you know, you don't care about the stupid nonsense you're talking about. Like, I mean, but you have to fake interest in your kid's shit. Like, I get it. I had to force myself, was that like 3 weeks ago, I think, I went to the theater to see Megan, and it took me, the first time I went to go, I chickened out, and the second time it was like, no, I don't care. I don't even care if I have a shit time and I waste my fucking money. I'm getting out of this damn house. Like, all I do is go to work and come home and drive my kids around to wherever it is they want to do and go and whatever, and then I sit at home with my thumb up my butt. Like, you got to force yourself to do shit every now and again, and sometimes you have to do it by yourself. Like, the life of a single parent, I'm telling you. So, you know, he kind of chuckled a little bit, and he's like, yeah. Like, you will learn quick, my friend. You will learn quick. So I think he might take himself out on walkabout today and find something to do while his boy plays video games or whatever it is that 15-year-old boys do nowadays. Mine is quite happy. I mean, Monkey's 13. He is very happy to, converse with his friends online. And he started like a D&D thing with a couple of his friends that he does once or twice a week, and that's all online or over the phone sometimes. They do it over video chat or whatever. Like, it's just the strangest thing to listen to as an outsider. I know nothing about it. It's really weird. And he likes the YouTubes, and he's got his video games all up in his room now, and that's what he does, and he is quite happy with it. Every now and again, I'll tell him we need to get outside, and so that gets me outside, because if I go, he'll go, so we'll go and we'll walk around town and shoot the shit, and that's when Monkey and I do our best communicating with each other, kind of check in with each other, and what's up with you, here's what's up with me, like, And with Boo Boo, well, I mean, he works full time, so, and his schedule is kind of all over the place, especially in the summer. But we'll get together over food. So if we have like a weekend where he's off, and I don't work weekends, Monkey goes to his dad's. So Boo Boo and I will go out for brunch or something one day, on like a Saturday, late morning or something, and we communicate best over food. So we'll go somewhere and, have some food and shoot the shit. We're usually there for about an hour, hour and a half. And we do our check-ins, right? In between that, if I want to do something, I'm on my own. Friends aren't always able or don't always want to do whatever it is that I want to do. So if you want to do it, you just got to go out and do it. Yeah, it was an interesting conversation to have with another adult. Like, sometimes you just gotta go do it. Fuck them. They fend for themselves. He's 15. Jesus. Yeah, so it's kind of been one of those days. Tomorrow is family day. It's fine, I don't have to work. Cool. And there's no school. And Monkey's dad texted me this morning and said he was going to drop him off somewhere about 9. So that means about 9:30 tomorrow morning. I think he said he was bringing his sister to the train station or something. So he's going to drop her off at the train station and then drop Monkey off at home. I was like, it's fine. I hope he has his key in case I'm sleeping. I do not set an alarm on the weekends. I get up when I get up. I don't care. So, I sent an email off this morning to the lady who is designing the layout for my kitchen cupboards and stuff. There's some interesting things going on with one of the cupboards, because I have a heating duct that just kind of goes up the wall. It's covered, but I mean, that's what it is. It's, so you have to put the shelves in around this heating duct, which we knew for the top part, but we weren't sure about the bottom, if it was like a functional heating duct or if it was something that was kind of capped off and whatever from the counter down to the floor. And I'd never thought about it, quite frankly. I've lived in this house now for like monkeys 13, 14, 15, about 16 years. And yeah, I just never thought about it. So I was like, I went and seen her, I don't know, last Monday or something like that. And I said, well, let me go home and take a look, because I honestly don't know. I'll have to pull the drawer out, whatever. And I said, I'll take a picture and I'll email it to you, and you guys can go from there. You and the contractor can work that out. That's your job. And then I got busy and I totally forgot about it. So I did that this morning. And it does go right down. It is a working heating duct. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's the heating duct for that goes up to my bathroom. So yeah, they're going to have to work that out. I really want to get this done. I am so stoked and so excited. And I'm hoping... I told her to include in the quote them dismantling what's there now. Not to get rid of it. I'll get rid of it. I'm not paying to have somebody else get rid of it. I will get rid of it. And as much as I love to do demo work, it is a homemade thing, and I'm pretty sure that it's built like right into the wall. So I don't want to be the one to fuck anything up. I want to get mad at somebody else if they fuck it up, okay? So that's the plan there. So she's going to do up a quote including the dismantling of what's there and then putting in the new stuff. And I'll just get rid of all the old stuff. That's fine. I have my ways. I will dispose of it. It is fine. But I'm really excited to get that going and get that done. And then I want to get new shutters. Well, there's no window coverings. I have 3 windows in my kitchen and none of them have coverings on it. I think one of them you might have seen in a video has like a towel. It's so ghetto. I threw a towel up there because it was blinding the kids while we were having dinner. Like years ago. The towel has been up there so long it's practically disintegrated. Like it's really ghetto. And I'm sick of looking at it. So I want to get those. I think they're called California shutters. I don't know. But they're super easy to clean. I have customers that have them and they're super easy to clean. And they look nice. And you can open them right up, or you can just open the shutter parts and whatever. You know what I mean. So I want to get those for the 3 windows in the kitchen and the one up in my hallway upstairs. And then that's it. I'm not spending any more money on my house. That's all I'm willing to put into it. I did floors, what, 2 years ago now? So yeah, like it's fine. It's all good. I think the only other thing I might do at some point is repaint my bathroom because it's awful, but it's also like high gloss, like grease paint. Like it's really thick. I'm just afraid of what I'll find underneath. Like, you know, it's an old house. People have done a lot of half-ass makeshift stuff in it. It's just, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with their problems. So we'll see. But yeah, that's about it. Anything else happen? I don't think so. Nope, I think that's it. And look at that, we're at the 30-minute mark. This is the longest video I've done in a good long while. Anyways, yeah, it's starting to get hot in here, so I'm going to boot. And I have a movie queued up at home that I'm going to watch. I can't remember the name of it. Sorry About the Demon, I think it's called. it seems to be kind of like a horror comedy sort of deal, which I haven't seen a good horror comedy in a good long while. I think they're a rare thing. So yeah, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna have my coffee, and actually I think I'm gonna stop at the store and pick up some spicy noodles. I will need that for dinner probably tonight. And I have leftover. I made this like couscous falafel veggie thing last night. It was so good. So good. HelloFresh, baby. Yeah, they're rocking it. I'm really happy with them so far. I'll have that tomorrow night. And then tonight I'll have the spicy noodles. I think that is what I will do. Because everything's going to be closed tomorrow. Oh, and I need to pick up snacks because I would really like for Boo Boo Monkey and I to sit down tomorrow afternoon and watch Killer Clowns from Outer Space. We were talking about that last weekend when we were out for brunch, and me and Monkey have not seen it. And Boo Boo was offended. So, because I have the t-shirt. He's like, you can't have the t-shirt and not have watched the movie. It's like, I get it. I get it. Okay, we'll sit down and watch it. So, I would really like for us to do that tomorrow. So, I'm going to have to pick up snacks. So, I will be hitting the dollar store at some point this afternoon. Yes, I should do that before I go home and watch the movie. Because I'm pretty sure the dollar store won't be open tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm going to get all that done and watch a movie and make some noodles later. So, anybody watching, thank you. I appreciate you. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. If you are having family day and the day off tomorrow, congratulations. Enjoy it. Yeah, take care of yourself, and we'll talk later.